All right, so let's bring up the picture of the front page of the Daily Nation yesterday. It was a succession plan or perception, and it's coming up on your screen just now to show you the lineup and their chances. We see Honorable Musalia Mudavadi there, we see Kalonzo Musyoka, we see the Deputy President William Ruto, we see Matiang'i, we see Gideon Moi, we see Oparanya, we see Muhisa Kitui, and we see also Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga.
Spoilers or contenders?
Yes. The question is spoiler or contenders. In that circle, there's no woman.
So let me begin with Honorable Wangari,
or contenders.
With this specific one. You take a look at this picture. The first thing that comes to my mind, my first question is, where is Article 100 of our Constitution when it comes to representation of marginalized groups? Not a single person there also looks like it could be someone from Turkana or Wajir as well. So what are we saying about, will we ever see a president from Turkana or Garissa? Why are we not also seeing a woman there as well when it comes to representation?
Yeah, I think I had not seen it, but I think what we are seeing are the same familiar faces. Everyone has a chance, I would say. But unfortunately, the way we are yet to get a marginalized person as a president. And I'll start with even Honorable Millie. Did you even know there are differences between Subas and Luos? Sometimes we thought they're just Luos, you know, that it's just Luo land. It surprises you because we are still very ethnic as it is. Even these candidates that you see there, everyone is looking at their backyard. What am I coming with from my region to start? And that's why you'll see people saying, I'm coming with 5 million on the table. Now let's talk. Even when we are looking for running mates, it will still be the same talk. And the unfortunate bit is that we have had a woman run for president very convincingly. That was Ngilu in 1997. Yes. We have also had Martha Karua run, but as it stands right now, I don't think there is any woman who has declared.
How come you're not fielding one of your own? We just know of these groups embrace Inua Mama. How come you're not fielding one of your own?
First of all, I think it's very unfair to actually assume that the women constituency is homogeneous. We are not born of the same mother. And the same way, men don't always vote for men, even in their constituency. I am sure there are men who voted for me, and yet I had men candidates running. So we are not homogeneous. And it's wrong to actually expect that women always will vote for women. Some women will vote for men, and some men will vote for women. So I think with time, we will get there. But as it is, we are not yet there.
So Sylvia Kasanga, how long will it be till we can get there where we can see a female president here in Kenya? In this society?
I actually believe it won't be that long, honestly speaking. Fine, you look at that picture which you have posed there, familiar faces, you know, and the drumbeats of a referendum and politics are still ongoing. So 2022, clearly it may be difficult for us to field a woman. But the next election, I actually think we are going to see something coming up.
A serious contender?
Yes, and I'll tell you that for a fact, because even in our own party, the party leader has really fronted women and is given us space. So I think just watch that space. I think it won't be long before Kenyans will see a female president.
Elachi, Inua Mama, embrace, it's been perceived as a divide right down the middle. In fact, it was a conversation that came up during the burial ceremony of, I believe, Dr. Joyce Lemboso.
Which was very unfortunate.
And the leader of majority said that even right now we can clearly tell you are wearing uniforms, you're sitting on one side and the other side, clearly demarcated in between.
Well, I'll say it was very unfortunate because I think he did not understand why we were seated on that side. It was the family request. And we were not many. We were just 5. Those who have walked just with Joyce until the end are the ones who just sat behind the family. So for him to say that in Joyce Laboso's burial, it was very wrong. And the uniform was the same, and the reason was the color of the cancer that Joyce had. I think he didn't also understand why they are wearing this purple, lavender or whatever it's called, because it was an ovarian cancer, and I think that is the color they put on, and that's why we were wearing that. But to come now to Inua Mama, I want to tell women in this country, we must have more movements happening in this country so that we are able to sensitize Kenyans to understand women are now, have proved that indeed they can be presidents in this country. And we will have a president standing in 2022, a woman. But because women know how to plan their things, we are not there right now. They are doing development. That is the agenda right now. Prove first in your counties that you can do that development agenda, that you can stand in and work for your people. That's what they are doing at the moment.
So
but by 2022, you will see what will happen.
That is a hint that you might be fielding someone. But will both sides merge? You know, a mama and
of course, women will. Women, you know, as much. I don't know what when you say merge, because for me, all we are doing, if it is Embrace, you are talking about women and you're talking about peace in the country. If it is Inua Mama, they have their mission and their vision they are talking about. And it's the same thing. The only thing I don't understand is why men have feared now. Women are coming out. We have Maendeleo ya Wanawake. They also have their vision and mission for what they are supposed to be doing for women. So it is an organization where women, let me just explain first. It is an organization where women, if you are a member of Maendeleo ya Wanawake. For this Embrace, it is a movement. Anyone, anybody joins in and moves with them. It does not have chair ladies. No.
So how will you make sure there's unity, there's unison, there's
unity? Is what is dividing unity? How come when the men are doing this tanga and kieleweke, people don't remember unity? But when women now are doing, now is when they come and tell us there's which unity have we not brought in? But all of you
are from different political parties coming together.
Good. What? These are women from, like Embrace. Women from the cross divide of Kenya. Wiper is there, Jubilee is there,
and you believe you can put your politics aside, your political parties,
and we have politics aside. You need to tell me,
put one woman.
Of course, yes.
You put all your politics aside.
Yes. For a woman in by the way, 2022 is a transition of a new decade for Kenya.
So can you authoritatively say there's no division between the Inua Mama and the Embrace team? Because the visions are not synchronized. That's the reason you have different names to begin with.
Well, we started with the Embrace. I don't know why that time when we started in February, you never used to ask this question.
Because the Inua Mama did not come.
So you need to ask Inua Mama all those questions. For
Embrace,
when we started, we had a vision.
Started and another one came out of the splinter
and we are clear. By the way, we are very biased. We are with the handshake. I want to be clear.
Which one do you belong to?
I belong to Embrace. And I believe in the unity of the president and the unity of the country. And I believe this country. And we did that deliberately because, one, people didn't believe that the president wanted unity in this country. Okay. Two, people don't remember there was a full of young people at Uhuru Park. And anyone who is joking, you will see Hong Kong one day in this country. If we don't think and stop thinking, oh, when we are doing this, we are doing.
So do you believe in the agenda of Inua Mama then?
I believe it's a woman's agenda that is there to empower women. Okay. And therefore, it is an agenda we have to walk and agree.
Honorable, very quickly, before I come to you. So you believe 3 years from now, if we pull out this tape, you can confidently say that we as women in politics, despite whatever parties we come from, are vouching and are behind this one female president candidate.
As Embrace, we believe we want the 50-50. And therefore, we believe a deputy, or if you are a woman president, you'll have a deputy man. And if there is those faces I'm seeing, they must have a deputy woman.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Honorable Dembo.
Now, I think I might have a slightly different view. Yeah. Will we, as women, at one point come together and field one presidential candidate? No, because then that is not realistic. We want women to play politics differently while we are living in Kenya. We are also in what we call real politics. Real politics is a politics that take into account the factors of ethnicity, the factors of who is the predominant person in that region. I will not cheat you that I can come up and say now I'm going to be president when Raila Amolo Odinga is running. But if Raila Amolo Odinga is not running, then I can stand and say I want to
are we saying for a female president to ever be in Kenya, all the big dogs, the Raila Odingas, the Uhurus, the Mudavadis have to go home?
No, not necessarily. But what I can tell you is that it is a tall order. That is the reality. Let us not sugarcoat things.
Martha did it.
Martha tried.
She depends on who now votes for her.
She tried.
But she came out
but
and
the
she
reality,
will still come out.
She tried.
She said she's
and,
not trying.
And the reality is in her trying, She went to central Kenya and discovered, even though actually at the starting point, you would have said Martha was more popular than the president. That's the reality.
Yeah.
But the moment she vied, then other factors come into play.
Yeah.
You are a woman, you are what. Then you will find people telling you to open your legs and give birth like me. And I will not open and I will not give birth, but if the time comes, I will decide to run without opening my legs and giving birth. But I'm telling you, those are the kind of things that women will face. That's real politics. And with that sort of real politics, you will find it first, you will be coming with all that baggage. Are you married? Even her, you've seen the things that she's being told. If she's not being told, oh, you have left your husband, what? Like the men have not left their wives, we are just dealing here with the issues of Honorable Ken Okoth, may his soul rest in peace. But if it was Martha, that would be the end of her.
And is it unfair?
What about her? She
Isn't
will be
it
told,
unfair?
are you a Luya, are you a Kikuyu?
Yeah.
If it is
I
me,
was
go
told.
back to Zimbabwe, open your legs and all that kind of stuff. So other than that, then we come to the real politics of who are the current political giants.
Yeah.
And you know, and because of that, realistically, is a woman likely to be president in 2022? I don't think so, but it doesn't stop us from vying. And in that picture that you've just shown us, I wish that even just for the purpose of optics, there was
Someone who had
play.
declared.
No, there was not this make-believe on your sister whatever network that had something about MS President. They should have put the winner there, Nerea Mondi from Homa Bay. Nerea Kech.
For optics purposes.
For optics. Just
Do you think society Kenyans are ready for a female president?
So long as you convince them. So long as you convince them, so long as you are good. But the only challenge is you have to deal with the real politics. And we are not homogeneous. And then I also wanted to say something about Inua and Embrace. What I can tell you again within the same spirit of real politics, that I'm very happy that the women have said that even as you are politicking as Tanga and whatever else, Kieleweke, the women have also said that our voices will be heard. And I want to congratulate the women for coming up with Embrace, and I want to congratulate the women for coming up with Inua, so that even in this political discourse, they are heard, even though I'm in neither. But I support both, because their voices are being heard.
Actually,
yes.
Let me say something also, because you know, when women speak, it sends tremors. The fact that people are talking about these two groupings means they have seen women are actually putting their voice, they are actually being heard. And I say, just as my sister here, I have not been in either. I've not been in Embrace, I've not been in Inua Mama. But because they are going throughout the constituency, I want them, when they come to my constituency, I want to host Embrace. I want to host Inua Mama in my constituency. Let us represent the women, the voices. And I agree with Honorable Millie that realistically, we are not there yet. But I'll tell you today, if you ask me, are we ready for a president who is female? Even governors, we had 0 last time. This time we had 3. Sadly, we have lost 1 to death. But I can tell you, it may go slowly, but it will get there someday. And I say that why? Out of 290 constituencies, do you know how many women we are in the constituencies? 23.
So this stereotype
we are not
thinking,
even 10%.
The stereotype
For a
thinking,
woman, you have to work 4 times or 5 times to be half recognized, half as much.
But the same stereotype thinking that women do not vote for women. That
Let
we
me
are
tell
our
you,
own enemies.
and I actually tell people,
we are not homogeneous.
We are not homogeneous. We are not even your own sisters and brothers. Do you always agree all the time? No, sometimes you disagree. And let me tell you, we are also a part of this patriarchy. We have grown with it. You grow knowing my father is the one who sits in the sitting room, reads a newspaper, my mother toils in the land, brings the food. It is how we have been socialized. It will not be in a day. But 23 today, single member constituencies out of 290 is the highest we've ever been. Can you imagine? It's not even 10%. So we are moving. It may be slow, but eventually we will get there. That we have 3 senators elected women, that we have 3 elected governors, tells you that we are making the strides. It may go slow, but eventually we will get there.
But then also miracles happen. You never know. Maybe Kenyans might just decide if there is too much push and pull with the men, they might just say, okay, What tired? Why not a woman? It might be my sister, Senator here.
And the challenge is
Sylvia, and people might say, "Oh, a young woman."
And the challenge
never
is,
know. You know, the world has shocked people.
And the challenge,
but whoever knew Trump would be the president.
And the challenge is
the US.
actually the election of Trump also demonstrates that when people are given, the problems Clinton went through, Hillary herself, to run. Tells you, even in the oldest democracies, the issues of women leadership is a tall order. It will take some years for us to get.
But let's also just appreciate, let's also begin to appreciate that also Kenyans are becoming mature politically, step by step, and thanks to the new constitution, because now we are getting development closer to the people. So again, the issue of merit will come up. The issue of development agendas will come up, and issues of delivery will come up. And truly, if you look at the women in power today, in politics, it will speak for itself with time. And Kenyans will see. I am for embrace.
Wiper doesn't have their own women thing going
as
on.
Much as
we do. We have our women league that is also very strong.
When men sit on the table, there will be women from Embrace. There will be women in all those camps. There will be a woman sitting on a table negotiating things for women. And because even I've seen we have not even presented to that BBI, we'll make sure before they close in that September, we'll have a document for women speaking clearly for women of Kenya. This is what we are also demanding.
And I'm encouraging Embrace and Inua that when it comes to that, please present one document. Yes, that would actually show maturity as women.
Ladies, thank you so much for your time. Honorable Millie Odhiambo, Member of Parliament for Suba North, sitting closer to her, Member of Parliament for Gilgil, Martha Wangari. On this other side, we had Sylvia Kasanga, nominated Senator, and Beatrice Salachi, Speaker of the Nairobi Assembly County. Ladies, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at your feedback and what you've been saying on SMS and on Twitter at Citizen TV Kenya 22422 SMS line.
All right, the hashtag is Daybreak. You don't leave a name. That's our SMS line. You say, if you look at corruption in ministries, what they lose compared to salaries paid to these people targeted, you will realize the move of Punguza Mizigo has his agenda, but not the interest of Kenyans.
Okay.
Thank you.
Obash, good morning. On SMS, you say, I am listening to the debate of the Punguza Mzigo and I'm very disappointed. Which proposal has come from these leaders since we elected them? We suffer from grassroots when they are admonishing a great idea. Tell them this is not theirs, it's ours for Wanjiku's Unstoppable.
All right, that's a Punguza Mizigo. And we also have, you don't leave a name, you say Punguza Mizigo must and will go through. The issue of constituencies will be solved through wards. More money at ward level will be more effective than at the constituency level.
Okay. Still sticking on SMS, you don't say who you are. Awesome panel. Gender representation debate is a dodo situation, a dodo affair rather. Access to information has brainwashed lots of developing countries. We want to skip most of the milestones and synchronize with the developed world agendas. Let's calm down and tackle poverty, and every other thing will fall into place.
All right, let's see. Let's get into your Twitter handles now and see what you're saying on hashtag Daybreak. Kip Keleng Tuluo says we must Punguza Mizigo whether the MPs want it or not. We'll participate on the bill when voting and we will show these people the real owners of this nation. 24 county assemblies has to approve that.
Benson Mugambi, you say I disagree with what is being said about the public participation by the BBI. Aren't they working on the 9-point agenda by Uhuru and Raila? Did they engage Kenyans on the 9-point agenda?
All right, Hilary Ngasura says those opposing are afraid that merging constituencies, most of them will be out of parliament. Unfortunately, we are in the ground and Kenyans want leaner parliament. We support the Punguza Mizigo bill.
John, what women lack is unity and love for each other. They have the large numbers in the population and voters. If they support any of their own in all electoral level, they would go through in high numbers.
Okoto says I will support Punguza Mizigo simply because politicians are opposing it and there is money involved.
Baba McKenna. You say the only problem in this country is corruption. It doesn't matter how wonderful we make the constitution. We can change it 100 times, but it's about our integrity.
All right, let's see another one here. Gua Mark says we don't need new laws. The ones we have are enough. What we need are implementers of the existing laws and not impunity to the bad.
Kennedy, you say it's something worthwhile watching women of ability and capability deliberate on matters that affect our nation. We must stop the meanness, mantra and focus. I'm sure he meant madness rather. Mantra and focus on the ability, not genderism. Ellen Johnson was president in Liberia. Kenya is not an exception.
All right. All right, that does it for Daybreak. Thank you so much for your feedback. That's all we could squeeze in between now and then. We're taking a quick break. We'll be back with more. Thank you for watching.